The first hour of work is not just the beginning of your day. It is the architect of everything that follows, designing either chaos or clarity with each choice you make. And that is the thought for today. Welcome to 7 Good Minutes. I'm Clyde Lee Dennis. Thanks for joining me for what I believe will be 7 of the most enriching minutes of your day. In today's episode of 7 Good Minutes, we talk about mastering your morning and refocusing strategies for your first work hour. Enjoy. The first hour of your workday holds a special kind of power. It's the hour that sets the tone for everything that follows, the hour when your mind is fresh and your intentions can take root. Yet so often, this precious time gets scattered across emails, distractions, and the urgent demands that seem to multiply the moment we sit down at our desk. But what if you could reclaim that first hour? What if you could transform it from a chaotic scramble into a focused, intentional foundation for your entire day? By the end of this episode, you'll have practical strategies to refocus your first work hour and create the kind of productive momentum that carries you through whatever challenges the day may bring. Think about how you typically begin your work. Do you immediately dive into your inbox, letting other people's priorities dictate your first thoughts and actions? Do you find yourself pulled in multiple directions before you've even had a chance to center yourself in your own intentions? If so, you're not alone. And more importantly, you're not stuck in this pattern. The truth is, the first hour of work is like the foundation of a house. If it's solid and well constructed, everything built upon it has stability. If it's rushed or haphazard, the entire structure feels shaky. Your workday operates on the same principle. When you begin with focus and intention, that clarity ripples through every task, every interaction, every decision that follows. The first strategy for refocusing your first work hour is what I call the intention bridge. Before you even touch your computer or check your phone, take 3 minutes to bridge from wherever you are mentally to where you want to be professionally. This isn't about forcing yourself into productivity mode. It's about consciously transitioning from the person who just walked into the office to the person who's ready to do meaningful work. During these 3 minutes, ask yourself, what's the most important thing I want to accomplish today? Not the most urgent, not the loudest, but the most important. Let that answer settle in your mind like a compass needle finding true north. This single question creates focus where there might otherwise be scattered energy. The second strategy is protective prioritization. Your first hour is precious real estate, and like any valuable property, it needs boundaries. This means making conscious choices about what gets access to your attention during this time. Email can wait. Social media notifications can wait. That colleague who always has just a quick question can wait. Your first hour belongs to your most important work, the work that moves you toward your bigger goals rather than just keeping you busy. This doesn't mean being unkind or unavailable. It means being intentional about when you're available. You can check emails after your focused hour. You can respond to messages once you've given your best energy to your most meaningful tasks. But during that first hour, you're protecting something valuable: your fresh mental energy and your ability to think deeply. The third strategy is what I call single stream focus. Instead of trying to multitask your way through multiple projects, choose one significant task and give it your complete attention for the entire hour. This might feel inefficient at first, especially if you're used to juggling multiple things simultaneously. But here's what happens when you focus on one thing completely. You enter a state of flow where your work becomes more effortless, more creative, and ultimately more effective. Single-stream focus isn't just about productivity. It's about presence. When you're fully engaged with one task, you're not mentally scattered across a dozen different concerns. You're here, now, doing this one thing with all of your attention. That kind of presence is rare in our distracted world, and it's incredibly powerful. Remember, refocusing your first work hour isn't about perfection. It's about intention. Some days, urgent matters will genuinely require your immediate attention. Some mornings, you'll find your mind more scattered than others. That's perfectly human and perfectly okay. The goal isn't to control every variable, but to create a practice that serves you more often than not. What matters is that you're making conscious choices about how you begin your workday rather than letting it begin you. You're treating your first hour as the valuable resource it is rather than letting it slip away in reactive busyness. As you implement these strategies, be patient with yourself. Changing ingrained habits takes time, and your brain might resist this new structure at first. That resistance isn't a sign that you're doing something wrong. It's a sign that you're doing something different, something that requires your mind to create new pathways. Your first work hour is a daily opportunity to set yourself up for success, to align your actions with your intentions, and to approach your professional life from a place of purpose rather than pressure. Use it wisely, protect it fiercely, and watch how this single hour transforms not just your productivity, but your entire relationship with your work. That does it for today's episode of 7 Good Minutes. Please take a moment to rate and review the show on the platform you're listening on. Until next time, let's be civil to one another out there. Thanks for listening.